Pulled hard by Ben Stokes, a salute to the skies. He raises both arms, punches the air. It's a double 100 for Ben Stokes. What a double 100 it has been. He's the 10th man in cricketing history at number 6 to score a 200 in Test cricket, and there can't have been any better.
Most entertaining in the course of the last 2 and a bit sessions in Cape Town. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Ben Stokes and from Johnny Bairstow. I mean, Stokes you could watch for a long, long time doing this. Just a shot of ball almost.
Yeah, in the context of the situation of the game, absolutely brilliant. I think, you know, very positive. And then once he sort of passed his sort of double 100, it really was open the floodgates, and it was literally a shot of ball. And most of them were boundaries, you know, towards the end. It was some cracking hitting, and it will make for a brilliant highlights reel, because it will just be entertainment, pure class to watch.
We've talked about it before, we'll talk about it again, no doubt, today, and I'm sure many other times over the next few years. Technique is good too, Nat.
Yeah, I mean, if you try to analyse him, where do you bowl to him? If you pitch it up, you get smashed straight back over your head or along the ground. There's those trademarks punches down the ground. You bowl back of a length, he smashes you over square leg. He plays spin well. The only thing, like Beefy said earlier when we went to Beefy, he says occasionally he'll have a brainwave on 20 or 30 and hit it up in the air, and you just got to live with that. But technically, there's not a lot wrong with him, to be honest. You're not thinking this is where we bowl to him. There is no area you can bowl to him.
Because, I mean, you look at all the elements. His assessment of length is brilliant. You know, whether to go forward or back. The swing of the bat, the hands, the feet, the balance. I mean, it's all there.
Yeah, it is, and Nasser's right. I think if you were trying to bowl it, you'd probably try and restrict him as much as you can do, tie him down, make him do something that, you know, is going to look stupid, because he won't sit in and just soak up the pressure for too long. He'll want to try and push the pressure back on the opposition fielding team and the bowling. So you just got to try and restrict him as much as possible. Let him do something stupid.
It's the only thing South Africa might have done, and it would have looked really bad, and they probably might have got criticised. Just bowl one side of the wicket, go 7-2 offside field and hide the ball for a while, or bowl a load of bumpers just to stop him scoring. They never, ever stopped him scoring.
Yeah. Well, OK. Well, England have done their bit to establish the strongest team. I mean, today was blistering. Was awesome, was brilliant to watch. You can put as many superlatives into a long sentence as you like, and you still won't do justice to the quality of the innings. I mean, a lot has been talked about the purity of the hitting. I mean, just the power.
Yeah, I mean, the boys were trying to recall a time when an England batsman has looked so destructive of recent times. I would say Peterson at Headingley, when he took Steyn apart, and, you know, that session that he absolutely went at the South African attack. It's an inexperienced attack, this now, without Steyn. Morkel was still there. They just kept pummelling a length, and he just kept pummelling it for 6 and 4. I mean, there is not an area that you can bowl to this lad when he's in this sort of mood. 3 brilliant hundreds, each of them. Every time you see it, you think, what a 100 this is. Perth, what a 100 against Australia when they were being hammered. England. McCullum's New Zealand side, fastest 100 at Lord's ever. You know, you think, well, how's he going to top that? Well, he just has today. I said before he went in, actually, that his stats don't quite reflect the sort of player he is. You know, averages 23 with the bat and 40 with the ball. He needs to put that right. I think 258 will help move your stats in the right direction.
Go a long way north.
Absolutely, yeah.
He needs to keep working on his running, though. It's a bit
yeah, no, I agree.
concern, isn't it?
Oh, it's second time had a careless
2 or
run
3
out in the
times
space of,
now.
you know, the last 10 Test matches.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Comical though it might be. At least the damage had been done by then. And plenty of records too as well. I mean, loads and loads of records broken in the course of all this, between the two of them actually. Stokes alone now has the highest Test score by number 6 batsman for England, number 6 or lower. The fastest 200 in Tests for an England batsman. The fastest 250 in Test history. The 6th batsman to reach 100 and 200 in the same session. The highest individual score for England against South Africa, and the most 6s in the Test innings for England. The partnership was also a record breaker, the highest ever 6-wicket partnership in Test match history. England's 2nd highest ever partnership in Test matches, and then England's 2nd highest team total versus South Africa. So not strictly speaking a record, but an awesome performance from the two of them. And Bairstow as well, and we have to give him due credit, due praise.
Yeah, I think whereas Stokes was for the crowd and the nation and everyone watching, I think Bairstow's 100 was a very private affair that was going on at the other end. A, for his own standing in the team and his own sanity, really, in as much as the ups and downs that he's been through in international cricket, the stumping, the drop catch, the last game, in, out of the side, but also a personal thing for him and his family, you know, his mum and his dad. You know, the salute and the look to the sky was for his old man, basically. So great scenes for Johnny there. Great day for Johnny Bairstow and the Bairstow family.
And the point about his innings is, yes, it's a first Test match 100. In its own right, I mean, without the blistering performance at the other end from Ben Stokes, in its own right, it would have been a pretty stunning innings. Yeah,
and towards the end, again, he had some brutal hitting of his own, and you know, to get sort of hidden in the fact of the way that Ben Stokes has played. But it's important not for him, but also for the team as well, like Nasser was saying, just to keep the unity together, get the number 6, number 7 really firing and scoring runs at the lower order there. It really does bode well when you put them all together. You got the likes of Josh Buttler not even getting in the team anymore. You know, the team is looking pretty good at the moment.
And even in that moment, that 100 moment, Stokes showed his class, really. Stokes just let him have his moment. I've known a few England cricketers who have been jumping all over Johnny Bairstow. That was his time, his special moment. Over to you.
I can think of one too. Yeah. I refuse to mention him. The point, of course, the other major point about scoring runs in that fashion is that, you know, we're only now, what, one session to go on day 2 with a lead of 609, wherever it is now. You know, the pace of the innings, the tempo has been brilliant. OK, Ian Ward and Mike Atherton making the point there that now the pressure is on England's bowlers because it's still a very good pitch. Whatever problems the South Africans might have in their dressing room, you know, they've still got to try and...
And searching and scratching around thinking, well, where's my next score going to come from? Where am I going to get my next runs? The team's going to, you know, are not performing well. Why do we keep dropping catches? All these things just, you know, just get in the way of actually what you want to do and go out and score a big score. But he looked pretty unflappable today when he's gone in and after a long period in the field, gone out then and played, you know, a proper innings like you normally expect from Hashim Amla.
Yeah, right. We've been waiting to hear from Ben Stokes, very much the man of the moment. He's out there now with Ian Ward and with Ian Botham.
Ben Stokes joins Ian Botham and myself. Many, many congratulations. We'll get on to the team and the state of the game in just a moment. We have to deal with what you did a little earlier today. Can you believe what you did?
No, not really. Hasn't quite sunk in yet. I mean, you know, people say it was just one of them days, and I'm probably, well, I will say it was just one of them days. Everything went my way, balls into the gap, and all things like that. But yeah, it hasn't just quite sunk in yet, so I don't really know how to explain it.
He who dares, I guess, is one way.
Yeah, I just said that to you.
Yeah, I'll nick you live.
It's probably the best thing to describe it, yeah.
Well, did you feel like you were in a zone and that if you wanted to hit it for 6, you could? If you wanted to hit it in the gap, you could? Was it just one of those days when it just clicked?
I mean, when I looked at the scoreboard, I mean, I can't remember exactly where we were, but we had a lot of runs on the board, and I thought we were in a good position anyway with the amount of runs we had on the board, especially only being 5 wickets down. So, yeah, I just tried to chance my arm, and I just thought we were in a good position anyway, so I didn't think me slogging one up in the air would have put us in that bad of a position anyway. But
when you're flowing that way, is there any thought going into it, or is it just complete instinct?
Yeah, complete instinct. I pretty much thought to myself what I'm going to do, and you know, I executed it in the way that I wanted to do it.
Does that resonate with you? Because you played innings like that. It's just instinct.
Look, he's going to the next 3 days. He's not going to sleep. Point 1. He'll bowl at 100
around
miles
your
an
house,
hour. He'll run in and bowl at 100 miles an hour, and he'll dive through picket fences to catch balls. As I said earlier, you know, it's a great feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. It's something that's very special. You have days like this every so often. That's why you've got to enjoy them, make the most of them, and people expect it every time you go out. Now, that's a lovely feeling that people expect you to do it. It doesn't always happen. But I thought it was quite interesting when Ben said, I found a few gaps. Well, you do when you land it in the trees up here. That tends to...
No, it was the brewery one that got me. But Beefy was saying earlier that when he was going like you were, he almost felt invincible. Did you feel like that? Was it just, oh, this is just great?
I was just, you just seemed to pick the ball up a lot earlier, lengthwise and everything like that. And then you bring the one day in 2020 stuff back into the game when you're going like that. And I mean, look, people probably won't speak about Bluey's not, but I think being the type of player that I am, when another guy's going all hell for leather at the other end, you almost get drawn into doing that yourself. And I think the way that he just played his natural game and didn't look to go too far out of his box, and the way he was playing, I thought was amazing. And then once he got his 100, he let loose.
We'll come back to him in just a moment, but it all looks so simple. I meant that in terms of see ball, hit ball, but also the technical work that you've been doing as well.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just getting cramp from my
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny's worked really hard on, you know, quick bowling and how to play. I mean, you can see he's changed his back lift and everything like that. And I mean, the first Test match he showed what form he's in with the 40 and then the 80 he got in the second innings, and it's great to see him capitalising on his good form and absolutely buzzing for him to get over that mark for his first 100.
But you look so simple as well. You look so simple in the way, you're seeing ball, hit ball, but again, your technique. You've worked hard on that.
I mean, yeah, it's nice when you get a nice flat wicket and you know the ball's not going to misbehave too much. So yeah, you can end up hitting through the line, and you know you don't have to really worry about where your feet are going, because I just tried to use my hands towards the end.
Innings like that can change your life. What advice would you give, given what you've been through, to this young man?
Ride the torpedo to the end of the tube and keep going. Keep going, because it's fun now. It's all starting now, and it'll get better and better. Your expectations will get higher, and you'll want more. Your mother and father are going to have to get more rum in New Zealand, because we've been in touch with them and they've run out of rum, staying up all night, so you have to send them a few bottles. But it's a wonderful feeling. The boundaries suddenly appear smaller. You've got more time. It doesn't matter who's bowling, you see it early, and you pick it up. It's something that happens once in a while, and that's really what professional sport is all about.
Were you thinking 300 at any stage?
Well, Cookie actually ran a message out when we were on 600 and said 630, or do you want to go for 300? And I said, well, it doesn't really matter, because I'm just trying to hit every ball for 6 from that. So, yeah, that was the last message we got.
You've got to work on one thing, though. This running between the wickets. What are you doing? That's twice now you've had one of those.
Well, I mean, when I seen the ball go up and it was A.B. de Villiers, I didn't really back him dropping it. But yeah, once he dropped the catch, he was never going to miss the stumps, was he?
No, but he did hit the stumps in the end. I mean, one thing I did notice, and credit to you, when Johnny, who'd worked so hard to get to his 100, and very important for his career and the team as well, you dived out of the way to allow him to have his moment. How conscious were you of clearing off?
I was. I mean, yeah, it's the first 100 and you never have your first ever again. And that's a special time for someone. I mean, I knew the feeling I had when I got my first one. So you want that 10, 15 seconds all to yourself and all to take it in. The crowd, everyone standing on their feet. You want to salute your teammates, the Barmy Army and all the fans that are here. So I let him have that moment and then let him know how proud I was for him.
It shows you're thinking clearly that you can do that in the middle of all the mayhem. When you are in that sort of form, does everything seem just a little bit slower? Does the ball come down just a little bit slower? You pick it up that bit early?
I mean, yeah, I mean, as I said before, I mean, you just pick line and length up a lot earlier when you're going well. And I think that's all I can say, and live by the sword, die by the sword.
You know, the one thing that I will say is that you'll sit down at some stage, tonight or at the end of the game, and you'll have that cold beer in your hands, and you'll sit there and you'll think, where is Johnny? I want to have a chat with him, because the way he farmed it for you at times just kept you on strike, ran your singles, gave you the strike, and just played, as you said just now, in his own way. He just let you get on with it, and I think that's so helpful. You haven't got someone that's trying to compete at the other end. You know, so he's there saying, right, here, Ben, all over to you, back to you, Ben. And you'll reflect on that, and that is such a massive help. And I think also the way, as you said now, the way you responded to his great moment is the right way to do it.
Just one final point. How important was it yesterday evening when they took the second new ball that you came out and were positive against that new ball?
I mean, I wasn't intentionally going to play like that, but I mean, I got myself in on a good wicket, and then the ball was actually starting to reverse, so it was a little bit tougher to play on the up. But then once the new ball came, obviously it comes on a bit harder, it pings off the bat faster as well, and it's more conventional swing, which is a lot easier to play than reverse swing. But yeah, I mean, it was just one of them things where try and get the shine off as quick as you can.
Well, the boys have got a bit of work to do to still win the Test match, but today has been your day. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
I'm having a very special bottle tonight and have a glass.
Cheers,
a big glass.
I'm sure you will.
You're on water, bad luck.
It had to finish on that note, didn't it? But Ben Stokes, officially a great player today, and officially a great bloke, I think. All that stuff about the Bairstow, giving him his moment, I think that's important and considerate.
Class, absolutely class. Class knock. But in all that where he's taken centre stage, to suddenly have the realisation, this is no longer my moment, this is his moment. You know, he has had a brilliant day, not only as a batsman, but just as a team man there. That's why I think he's an incredibly popular member of this team.
Yeah, I think he's obviously improved as a player and as a team man, I think, over the last 18 months or so, certainly over the last 12 months. You know, everything has come together for him.
Well, it's coming together quite quickly, isn't it? I think we all appreciate how good a cricketer he is coming through Durham. You've seen him sort of grow through sort of county cricket into what he is now, but there's always that streak to him, isn't it? You can see when he was fielding there and he threw that one that went for 4 overthrows and he's shouting at Stuart Broad, back it up, whatever it's going to be. But he is well liked. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. I mean, the performance today, I have to say, was Botham-esque. And that sort of never say die, ever competitive spirit is also very Botham-esque. And if he follows Ian into a bottle of red wine tonight, that'll also become Botham-esque.
Yeah, but I like that moment. I mean, Ath mentioned it on commentary there, but I like the moment he has a little go at Broad. It can't always just be the captain and coach. And he would do it even if he got naught. If he'd slogged the first ball up in the air, that's not him saying, oh, look at me, I've got 258, I'm going to shout at everyone. Here is a lad that expects a lot from the team, and that's exactly what you want for the team. That's exactly how England started changing their mindset as a cricket team. It was everyone within that team, whether it be Collingwood or Giles or Trescothick or people like that, questioning each other and making sure you were pushing each other to being a better team.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need that sort of spirit over the next couple of days because we've made the point already. It's still a very good pitch. Getting wickets is going to be hard, so you need that whole spirit to come together to keep everyone going in tough conditions.
Yeah. Everybody else with. The bowlers are going to have to toil very hard to try and get the wickets, and they're going to need every fielder around them to sort of back it up to get the catches. So.
Yeah, right. We can hear also now from the other man who starred today, then Johnny Bairstow, again with Ian Ward.
Johnny, thanks very much for your time. Extremely well played. I know we'll deal with the team in a minute, but how special a day has that been for you?
Yeah, probably the best day of my life, I reckon. There's obviously been a lot of ups and downs along the way, but yeah, it's a special day for not just myself, but the people that have helped me along the way, my family as well. And everyone back home. So yeah, absolutely over the moon.
Your mum would have been nervous in the 90s, would she not?
I've got no idea. She was up there somewhere in one of the boxes, so I'm sure she was. My sister as well, but yeah, a special day for all the family, both here and not here. So yeah,
absolutely. The emotion spilled out as well when you got to that 100.
Yeah, it was always going to. I mean, there was a lot of things building up all the way through. The last couple of years, obviously, with Grandpa passing away last year, obviously Dad, it's the anniversary of that coming up as well. So absolutely delighted to score it in this New Year's Test match, obviously at such an iconic venue.
You've ridden a bit of an emotional roller coaster, haven't you, in your international career?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, and I'm sure there's plenty more to come. It's great to be able to play Test cricket. That's exactly what it is. It tests you all the way through, and yeah, to come out with scoring 150 not out in a New Year's Test, it is the start of what is hopefully going to be a long career.
Well, up to about 80 or 90, you seem very content to play second fiddle. A deliberate move to allow Ben to just sort of take centre stage?
Absolutely not. But when he's going like that, he's going like a steam train. I don't think there was any need to do anything else. So, mate, it was unbelievable at the other end to be out there, and some of the strokes that he played was just second to none. It was a pleasure to be out there, and obviously to put on the stand that we did. It was, yeah, a very, very special day, and something that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Well, it was a pleasure to watch you both. Well played, thanks for your time.
Thanks, mate, thank you.
Yeah, lovely to see. Right, just very quickly then, tomorrow looks like being a tough day in the field, because, as you say, that pitch is still